What's up, guys? My name is Selena. I am 30 years old, and my husband and I live in California. Made it back for a second video in a row. Today we're budgeting my husband's paycheck, and that is $2,460.12. I'm filming downstairs today because Adrian's work hours are different, so he's still sleeping. But yeah, this money needs to cover us through next Thursday before I get paid. My paycheck is on the 5th. We have Adrian's birthday on Wednesday, my cousin's birthday on Tuesday, and then like my cousin's girlfriend's having a birthday thing on Sunday. So we need some birthday money for sure this week. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is flip through March and add a fourth of our rent, which is $283.50. So that's fully funded. And then since I only fund bills and subscriptions with Adrian's money, we need to cover some things for next month. We need to cover Edison for $115.43. And my sister's cat is tearing up my couch. And then we need to cover, actually we don't need to cover Xbox. It's still there. I don't know what's going on. Spotify, Google One, and Netflix for $36.97. And that does it for the bills that we got to cover. We had a lot of overspending last week, but I just used money from different categories to cover it. Yeah, just with like taking my nephew to the museum, we bought him stuff there. The friend's birthday dinner was more expensive than we thought. Stuff like that. But for variable, we each get $100 for food. So Adrian's just looking healthy. Clothing, I want to add $25 because we wiped that out. And let's do the same for haircut. And let's add $50 for household. And $6.20 for the water jugs in the kitchen. Fun money. Let's put $100 for each of us. I need $30 every week for my bowling league fees. We have $11.40 left in date, but we do have a pending tip for a coffee shop. So I'm gonna add another 100 to date and 25 to drinks. And that'll fund fun money. Aragog is our tarantula. We're gonna put $10 because Adrian wants to get her something. I forgot what. That's good. Let's add 75 to gas. That's for both of our cars. Medical is okay. Okay, special occasions. Long story short, my grandma lives down the street from us in an apartment. She's been there since 2011. And the apartment building's like run down, like not good neighbors. And they raise her rent every year. And now she pays more for that tiny rundown apartment than we do in our apartment, which is like more than double in size. So she's applied to like a senior living type thing. And, she's getting older. And I feel bad, of course. I wish we could buy a house now here and have room for her. But at the very minimum, I want to like start giving her some money. And Adrian wants to help out too. So I think when we can afford it, I want to set aside like $100 a week for her. So let's put that in giving. And then probably going to go to Disneyland with Enzo this week. So I'm going to put $125 total for giving. And then we'll come back because we need to put lots of money in birthdays. Okay, sinking funds. The ones with targets with dates and dollar amounts are funded. But last week we didn't add to our optional ones. Yes. So we're going to double up. Car maintenance is going to get 100. And Christmas is going to get 50. And then we have some nieces and nephews that we didn't fund last week. So let's put $6 there. And then travel, we didn't fund last week either. So let's put 200. Perfect. For savings, let's add 50 to emergency fund. My nephew Enzo's 4. He gets $4 a week. My niece Robin is not one yet, but she gets $1 a week. And let's see. So even though we're not saving super aggressively for a home right now, just because I don't know when that's going to be, I would like to see $1,000 we put into there each month. So far this month, we've added $825, 200 of that being the interest from the high yield savings account. So let's add another 175 to make it an even $1,000 that went there this month. Dude, this cat. That looks good. Investments, I would like to shoot for $200 a month instead of the $100 that we were doing. So I'm going to add 75 into each of these. That's good. And down here, so these are our credit cards. Adrian has a 0 APR thing at Best Buy. I'm going to add $25 there. And then the only card that's underfunded is our Venture X, because me and my sisters and some friends are going to Coachella this year, and I'm owed a little bit of money. But we use that card and pay it off so much that we won't ever pay interest on that. I should be getting that like in the next month or so. So let's go back up to birthdays. And I think I'm just going to add all of this to birthdays. That'll cover my cousin's girlfriend, Adrian's gifts, maybe a little dinner. So yeah, that's all our money assigned. That is it, guys. All is well, all is well. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave some happy birthday Adrians in the chat. Let me get my butt to work. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.